Hello there, my Capricorn Collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Your energy is weird and interesting. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Definitely a focus on you, Capricorn. Expect your work to pick up. Expect things to start working out for you in a very unique way here. There's the Nine of Cups energy. Two of Pentacles there with the King of Pentacles. In your pre-shuffle, the King of Pentacles come out with the Page of Swords vibe. So keep focused on you. Keep the dream going here. There's this beautiful accomplishment energy with you as well. Some of you mindful of a King of Swords, a Queen of Cups energy. Someone isn't single. It's not like a dramatic energy, but some of you with regard to options or opportunities. Someone has a attachment energy when it comes to them. So, especially with business opportunities with you, Capricorn. Maybe wait before you sign those contracts or really figure out who the fuck's in the vibe. Six of Cups energy. There's the Five of Wands. Eight of Cups. Empress energy. Oh, there's the Knight of Swords. Some of y'all now just isn't the time. Now isn't the time. They're an X for a reason. So those of you with regard to past relationships or partnerships, some of you, your exes are going through some sort of messy energy as well. So stay focused on what's important to you and yeah. Keep moving forward here. Basis energy is the Queen of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, there with the Three of Pentacles. Damn, some of you, take your time with something. Definitely mindful of who comes attached to the option or the opportunity. So you need to know everyone that's kind of in the vibe of whatever the fuck you got going on here. And those of you mindful of this stuck stagnant energy. Things aren't working out the way others kind of expected them to, but you're getting like a bonus energy here. Especially those of you that's done the work, that's focused on yourself. There's like a doppelganger energy on this. So some of you with regard to like a boss energy. Or someone that kind of goes back and forth. Those of you mindful of any sort of shared friendships or relationships or partnerships or like business type vibes. Whatever the hell you got going on, keep that shit to yourself. You need to be like, mum's the word. You're just kind of living your life. A lot of messy energy here. So some of y'all, your exes are going through some messy energy. Some of you with regard to business options or business opportunities, like really pay attention before you invest in anything or anyone or before you like sign some contracts. The Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. Then you got this Queen of Swords with the Page of Wands, the Nine of Wands there with the Three of Pentacles. There's a lot you don't know that you don't need to focus on, except to know that there's a lot of... not everything is good. Don't let that energy kind of come into your vibe. You're pulling Five of Swords, but you need to be in the Two of Swords. Like, just sort of ambiguous. Trust in the vibes. I mean, it really sounds cheesy, but it really comes down to, like, trust in the vibes of something. It's a very fertile energy as well. So, you're attracting a lot of fake-ass options or opportunities. So, definitely mindfulness here. King of Pentacles does feel like a doppelganger vibe. So, mindfulness with your decision making. Things are working out for you. Don't muck up that energy. You don't need to. The Chariot there at the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like someone is trying to take advantage of you. There's something that someone knows, or there's this energy of like blessings energy when it comes to you, but someone keeps like mucking up the energy. But the more they muck up the vibes with your energy, the more it creates this sort of fucked up vibe. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, and some of you, the more sort of people in that vibe, the more fucked up the energy is. So I don't know your life, I don't know what you got going on, but things aren't working out for others the way they're working out for you, Capricorn. But there's that energy of someone isn't really telling you everything. So definitely don't get taken advantage of. Leo, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. Oh, there's this energy of player vibes, but I feel like the players are kind of playing each other at this point. Those of you Capricorns that, I don't know, if you just like stopped dating or you just like pulled focus back on yourself or you're just not like tapping into the negative vibes of things, you avoid this energy. But it's like all the players are starting to play each other out now. This actually works out on your behalf in a very unique way because it actually brings in like more of a positive vibe for you. Especially those of you with regard to any kind of dynamic energy with you. Work group dynamic, friends group dynamic. It's like messy X energy, but it doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. Some of you, this could be with regard to like work options or work opportunities. King of Pentacles is like a doppelganger energy with you. This is someone that kind of wants to be in your vibe, but they're not. So there's this comparison energy. Even this Queen of Swords knows something and they're not saying anything. But everything is kind of, it's a... You don't need this shit in your life. So, damn, I like this. Did you have the Virgo vibes? Virgo, Sagittarius, Aquarius energy with you. Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Someone definitely wants to take advantage of you. There's something you're not paying attention to, but the more people that know this, the more that sort of something isn't working out. It's like you don't have to reinvent the wheel, or some of you, the more working parts, the more there are like areas for it not to work the fuck out. So, damn Cappies, I know you've been through a lot. Trust the vibes on something here, Capricorn. Some of you, I feel like you need to wait before you sign that contract or really pay the fuck attention to who or what's attached to that contract. So, whatever the hell options or opportunities that you have, you need to know everything before you invest in it. So that way you don't take on this type of energy. They're an ex for a reason. So ex-business partner, ex-romantic energy with you. Everyone has exes, but what's the mess they leave behind when they get out of those relationships or partnerships? And some of you mindful that they don't come with all this sort of messy fucking energy. Something definitely doesn't work without you. And everything's working out on your behalf in a very unique way. So mindful of what you're paying attention to and why. This is given like retrograde vibes with you, Capricorn. So you've been in this sort of positive energy for a while. The more you're in that positive vibe, the more you kind of dispel all that sort of stuck, stagnant energy. I think the only happy person now is you. So stay in that happy vibe here, or at least that kind of indifferent energy where, It's kind of, you're just good. You're not really feeling overwhelmed anyway. Um, it's a beautiful, comfortable, like complacent energy with you. So that way you're given a lot of options, you're given a lot of opportunities, but you're kind of like, eh. You're not really moved anyway. So it's like, yeah, you're good, right? You're good. Oh, I love your vibes. Do you watch your favorite astrologer? I feel like astrology is working out for some of you in a very unique way. Although you might not like it, some of you aren't going to like this because there is a lot of things that aren't working out. So if there's something you really thought was going to work out and be a positive for you and it didn't, I feel like that was to your betterment. You're probably not seeing it or understanding it because you're not supposed to. Some of you don't try to overwhelm yourself as well because too many sort of moving parts and it just sort of mucks up the energy. Um, so you really don't need to overcomplicate shit. And definitely mindful of who comes into your energy because someone wants to bring this sort of chaotic mess into your energy. Definitely work rise. Maybe some of y'all with regard to like relationships or partnerships. I don't know. I feel like you should be dating, but you should also like not be like overwhelmed. You should be able to go on dates and be like, okay, they might be maybe they'll get a second date, maybe a third date, but you're not like you're not making any plans anytime soon with regard to any kind of option or opportunities. It's kind of like keeping your options open in a very uncomplicated way. King of Cups, Page of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. Those of you with a lot of water, Moon, Rising, Venus. Some of y'all, if you haven't paid attention to your Vedic astrology as well, there's this abundant energy, but I feel like someone is trying to keep this option or this opportunity away from you. There is a doppelganger energy, that King of Pentacles, and then you got like the sly sort of vibe. Any of you dealing with a partnership where there's like a masculine and a feminine vibe to it, just mindful of like the player vibes. This shouldn't overwhelm you. Some of you, this is just street smart and wise energy. Yeah, wait before you invest. Wait before you invest. Because something don't work without your vibe. Look, if someone's getting readings on you, they're seeing this like positive energy. But someone don't like this sort of Ten of Cups happiness. I don't think you're going to be happy in a relationship or partnership until you sort of create the sort of atmosphere that you want in your kind of life first. So you're far more focused on settling down and what makes you happy, and then maybe you'll start dating and figure out who's going to kind of fit into your vibe. I feel like people need to fit into your energy rather than you like accommodating everyone else's sort of vibes. You know what I mean here, Capricorn? I feel like that makes a lot of difference for a lot of you. Definitely, things aren't working out. Some of y'all aren't liking it, but it's to your betterment. There could be business opportunities or different things that you thought were going to be like perfect and they're not. Um, I feel like you got a lot of temptation, but yet you're not like interested. So even if you were maybe thinking about buying something, you're kind of like, maybe wait. I don't feel like you're moved either way, or some of you need to not really be moved like either way, so that way you're able to look at things from a very uncluttered perspective. I feel like you're going to expect people to kind of meet you in your vibe instead of like vice versa energy. Capricorn. I feel like some of you, you're the one that moves in with somebody else instead of them moving in with you. So those of you that's finally like got your chance and you got your own place, you're like doing your own thing. This could be work related as well. So you got like a new option, a new opportunity. But everyone wants you to sort of be in their energy so they can kind of control the vibe. The more somebody tries to control something, the more chaotic the energy is. The more shit don't work out. It's like you got everyone wanting to be the boss, but no one making like boss ass decisions. Look at that. They're at the Ace of Wands and they're at the Emperor vibe. Those of you with regard to business options or business opportunities, pay attention. Some of you, I feel like you can wait a minute. You can wait. That's what makes the difference. The urgency isn't on your part. You got like breathing room here. You got some breathing room. Oh, Capricorn. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours, leave what's not. You should be like in the perfect sort of, I like that Two of Swords energy with you. It's like you're happy, you're content, and it gives you like just a different viewpoint. I wouldn't be surprised if you think you're gonna buy something and then you like change your mind. So you could be almost going like back and forth with regard to like options or opportunities. And then you're like, you know what? Do I really need that right now? I don't feel like there's a whole lot of emotion-based decision-making when it comes to you, which really makes a difference with regard to any kind of option or opportunity that you have, right? So there's no like emotional purchases. I don't feel like your emotions are really going to be malleable when it comes to options or opportunities. You're just rather indifferent. Be grateful, number 52, that beautiful sort of complacent energy. It's like just happy and content. It's a very uncomplicated vibe for you. With sleep on it, number 5, the Hierophant vibe. Take your time with any kind of decision making, so that way you don't have the urgency to this that other people do. So this is why I feel like you need to be mindful. But whatever kind of dynamic energy, it doesn't work. The more moving parts, the more things aren't going to work. And that's interesting for you, but you got a lot of that sort of energy going, but no one's like the boss vibes. Interesting you pulled the Hierophant energy. I feel like for some of you, with regard to work options or work opportunities, it's a fucking mess. So mindful of any sort of a new option or new opportunity that you take on, because this is what people don't want you to see. But this is like that vibe. This don't be surprised if someone don't want to come in and give you like an assistance job, but you're basically going to be doing all the work because they are not very good at what the fuck they do. No one's like the boss energy here. Everyone's just kind of doing their own thing and they're all fucking it up. And then there's you. It's a fertile energy for you as well, Capricorn. So make smart choices. I don't know. If anything gives you cause for pause, just sleep on it. You don't have to make a decision right away. I feel like you should be dating. To be quite honest with you, Capricorn, I don't feel like none of this should keep you from dating. Now, whether you're dating or not is a whole nother thing. But I feel like you're going to take your time. And that could be what someone don't like. The emotional side of things, if someone comes across maybe a little too emotionally needy or clingy, that could be a turnoff when it comes to you. Or you're just, you could just be learning to like casually date. Doing a lot of interviews. It's like doing a lot of interviews. If you're looking for work or looking for options or looking for opportunities. It's kind of like you're able to go shopping, but you get what you need and you're not like moved to purchase anything unnecessary. Some of y'all, there could be something that you're wanting to buy, but you keep holding off on it because it's kind of like, do you really need it? And then the more you think about it, the more you kind of talk yourself out of it. So you're probably finding yourself in that kind of, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, well, do you really need it? And you're like, well, no, I really don't. So just take your time with whatever you're going through. Watch your favorite astrologer. This almost feels like a retrograde vibe when it comes to you, Capricorn. I don't know, it's abundant energy. You got a doppelganger vibe. Someone don't want you to pay attention to something, so there is almost like a sleight of hand energy going on with this. But even with that kind of vibe, I feel like that's like a messy energy. Because you got a lot of people doing a lot of shit, but ain't none of them kind of organized. It's like a mess. Those of you, if you take over a new position, you got to kind of clean up the mess energy first. So pay attention. That I almost feel like someone wants to come in with like an assistant position for you because they're a shit boss and you're going to be the one that's having to do all the work. So, like, mindful of who you get into partnerships with. Especially if they got a very messy sort of vibe to them. This is rather fitting, I think, with that Aquarius new moon. So, those of you that's doing your own thing, where normally someone else is able to kind of boss you around or tell you what to do, I feel like that's what makes the difference here. So you got your own vibe going. So you don't need anyone's sort of input when it comes to like your options or your opportunities. But someone doesn't like that. Especially Capricorn, if you're the one that usually goes into that sort of relationship or partnership, you move in with them. Or you take their job offer, their job opportunity. I'm getting that vibe of an assistant wanting you, or the boss wanting to give you an assistant's job, but you're going to be doing all the fucking work. But not getting the pay of the manager vibe. So someone definitely wants to take advantage of you here. But it's a messy energy. So before you sign that contract, before you take that opportunity, you need to figure out what the fuck is up. You got way too many people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, just sort of fucking up this, whatever the hell this vibe is. There's a 10 of Wands. I feel like a lot of you got out of that energy, but someone wants to bring that energy back into your life. This is like the job option. Some of y'all with regard to like, I don't feel a whole lot of love here, so I don't feel like there's any sort of romantic vibes. But some of y'all like mindful of that. Everyone's got messy exes. Especially working vibes. Things are working out for you, but damn. What's with the 10 of Wands? What's with the 10 of Wands? And then we'll get out of your vibe here. 2323. On the phone there, Capricorn. Yeah. Those of you that's definitely, you're looking at things differently. Some of you go from being the assistant to like being the boss, but you're going to like create your own option or your own opportunity. So someone definitely, there's a hierarchy to this, but whoever the hell the Emperor energy is a mess. And then there's like better options, better opportunities with you. Some of you learning to trust your instincts as well. I feel like you're going back and forth on a decision. But it kind of feels like you're wanting to buy something and then you kind of just talk yourself out of it because you're not really overwhelmed, or one day you kind of like the idea, then the next day you're like, well, no. So taking your time with something. I definitely feel like you should be casually dating. I don't feel like this has a romantic vibe to it, or if it does, they're an ex for a reason. Some of y'all definitely ex-business partners or ex-job or whatever the fuck that ex energy. The ex energy is in a hot fucking mess energy. So take what's yours, leave what's not. This is like you're creating your own instead of somebody else being able to kind of bring you into that energy and keep you very stuck or stagnant. You got some great ideas or some great sort of, you're sending out some good vibes. So, mindful of who wants to take advantage of that? Because whoever you're dealing with, they're not as good as you. But they're wanting to come across in that. The King of Pentacles is the doppelganger vibe. So, I feel like the Queen of Swords knows something, but she's not saying anything. You got a lot of people that know a lot of shit, but they're not saying anything. But the more moving parts on this, the more it kind of it starts to fall the fuck apart. So things don't need to be that complicated for you. Definitely interesting astrologically. So some of you things haven't worked out and now you're realizing that. I feel like you're too good for this energy any fucking way. So you know your value, know your worth, and definitely mindful before you sign any contracts who the fuck's attached to that energy, what the expectations are. And some of y'all, if you get the chance, pay attention to it. Especially if you keep going back and forth. I get this energy. You keep you talk yourself into an option or an opportunity, but then you kind of talk yourself out of it. I feel like it's more of an emotional purchase than what it is like a necessity with you. So, I don't know. Before you buy into it, before you sign the contract, get someone to look at it, make sure that everything is good. Definitely mindful of who's in the vibe. Definitely mindful of that. Especially the more moving parts something have, the more more sort of movement, the more vibes, the more people, the more energy like that. And someone is a fake ass emperor empress. That's that King of Pentacle vibes. That's the doppelganger. There could be some hierarchy here. You could be getting more attention than your boss, and then this is that kind of moving down the hierarchy type vibe as well. The emperor don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then you got everybody just kind of doing their own thing. And that doesn't work. Definitely pay attention if you're buying something that's got a lot of moving parts to it so that you know everything is like working. Some of y'all mindful of that emotional purchase. That's why you keep going back or forth. You don't really need it. It's more of an emotional type vibe. Don't let your emotions overwhelm you. Especially if you keep going back and forth. I feel like you keep going back and forth. Be beautifully happy and beautifully complacent. And not easily manipulated here. There's a salesperson's energy on this as well. So it's like, you know, a lot of choices, a lot of options. No emotion-based purchases, though. Especially if you keep going back and forth. That is beautiful. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours, and leave what's not, Capricorn. Peace, love, and light.